What's going on, YouTube? All right, so this week we got the 200 in here, and we're gonna take a look at this guy. Go through the same diagnostics that we did with the 225 you guys already saw. We're gonna check the rear end fluid, see if the brakes are binding up, run it, make sure the ignition switch works and everything. This one still has the original throttle cable that worked. This one still has the original kill switch that worked. This one's got the headlight, so we're gonna test the headlight, see if that works, test the taillight, see if that works. We already put a petcock on this one, so we're just gonna move the gas tank back like we did with the 225 DR. We could put a recoil on this one, but I don't even think, I'd rather test the electrical system, so.
We'll test the electrical system, make sure it's good, and then we'll worry about putting the recoil on.
Oh, look, there's the DR. Hi, DR. All right, let's go to work. Alright, as you guys saw on the time lapse we just shot, we went and we inspected the rear brakes, and looks like there's some meat left on the pad.
Oh yeah, she's got a healthy amount of meat on her.
That's plenty fine.
I don't see no cracks.
A little bit of glazing, but that's not terrible.
No, that'll wear off.
Yeah.
So we'll stick her back in there, and we'll just readjust our rear caliper, which is just a nut and a bolt. Hopefully we can get this apart to adjust it properly, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we went through. The rear brakes were actually really good, so we just kind of left them. We're going to go through and see if we can get some ends on this shoddy wiring here, just to see if we can get it to start using, you know, the push button. I'm not sure if the push button start works on this one. We had an issue with it last time. But we'll try, see what we can get it to do. Maybe it's just cleaning up electrical connections or whatnot.
While he's doing that, I'm bringing the other tank over, and I'm just gonna rest it on top, because we have to go get fuel line that's of the right length. I think we're just gonna go and get a couple feet of fuel line.
Yeah, so we have a couple laying around.
Yeah. Like 4 or 6 feet. Go to the local Napa or whatever. O'Reilly's. Alright, so we're filling up the bowl right now. Put the other tank on top, so there's 2 tanks here. He's gonna finish doing his wiring, and we're gonna do the same thing we did with the other machine, where we're just gonna take a couple alligator vice clips, needle nose vice clips,
Whatever you want to call them.
whatever they're called, alligator clamps. And we're just gonna stick them on top with the same battery we used last. So we're gonna throw a battery on it.
We can make this one. We should probably throw an end on that, huh?
Yeah.
If you can make it work.
Here, you wanna take that side?
Sure.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we got them backwards. Don't do that.
No. Okay.
Get our key in. No neutral light. And we got nothing. We checked the fusible link.
All right, we're going to check the fusible link.
Nope, she's still good. If you want to, we can take the other control that we have, plug it in, and see if that works. It'll tell us if this hand control is bad.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so we're going to jump into that, and we'll get back with you guys in a second once we have it switched over. We swapped out the kill switch. We're fine. We're still not getting power to the starter, but we do get a neutral light now. So Stitches over here is going through some diagnostic. He's checking for continuity in which circuit?
I'm checking the starter relay first, so we might just have a bad plug somewhere. We just got to go over all of our connectors, make sure everything is connected properly. Got to be something simple, something that we're just missing. We have to go through and do our handy dandy trick with all of our bolts again. Need it different. No, it's the same. The threads are just jacked up. We have the right size bolts. It's just there's a little too much dirt built up into the case. So instead of sending the bolts on home, we're going to clean out the threads, make it nice and simple.
This one feels good. You can see a little bit of the gunk that came out. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Look at this. This just came out the back end of it. Can you see that?
Yep.
That just came out the back end of the threads, so.
Honors.
Is the compression release open or closed?
It is closed. Go ahead. You gotta kick it into gear, we'll let it turn over.
Those work really good.
She's a little smoky, but it's not terrible. It's also cold. There's also water in the exhaust. So we'll have to get a good day's ride on it to find out what she's going to do. What do we do with that other throttle cable we have?
Can I, pull this factory thing out? Is it the routing that's wrong?
I don't know. So I tried to reroute it up this way, and it only runs right here. It won't run around the front.
You want to go pull the throttle off of a different machine?
I thought about just pulling the cable off the other one.
Off of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that if you want. Hold strong. Woohoo! Alright, so next day, we're working on the tire. This is just a temporary fix we got going on here. We pulled the bead, and we're putting a patch on the inside of the tire because one of the tires on the 200 had a slice in it. So we're gonna patch it, then we're gonna throw a tube on the inside of it and see if the machine goes into gear, if the brakes work. You know, a basic test ride on the thing. Doesn't mean we're gonna be ripping it, doesn't mean we're gonna be going nuts.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Hint, hint.
Oh, really? Go for it. Okay, so just a quick recap on this week's video. We worked on the Yamaha 200E. This was the machine that was the very first one on the trailer. We went through, changed the rear diff fluid, adjusted the rear brake, patched the rear tire that had a slice in it, so we could take it on a nice, easy test ride to find out what other flaws the machine had. All in all, she's a ripper. She ran great. Didn't give us too many issues. The carburetor needs to be adjusted. The machine's nowhere near as done. We do plan on restoring the plastics, putting a new seat cover on it, changing the tires, and other little odds and ends. If you like this kind of content, like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.